All right. So no clean feed. Okay.
No clean feed.
All right.
Setting up your meeting for custom streaming. And we are. Okay. It looks like we're there. So let's cue up the opening, shall we? We'll do it. We'll do it early here. That's too easy. And we'll make sure that we share. Share screen. So we're going to have to do this and then do the opening. So we will do this, share screen 2.
All right. All right. Now what do I got? I can't hear you. Can't hear you.
Where is it? There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do that again.
Can we?
Okay, hold on. This thing's acting. Let's cold. Well, it's hot. It's really really hot. So let's get all our friends indoctrinated about what we do. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? Try this one. Try screen 2. Here we go. Yeah, that would be us. So we're stopping the share right now.
All right. Are we good? We working?
Yeah, we are working. No, we're not share. No, I don't want to share. Jesus, I hate this computer.
Ah.
I hate this computer. No, you were done. Get out of here.
Okay.
Jesus.
I'm done. We're good.
I'm done.
Okay. Good night.
So done. Hold on. Now we have to welcome our friends on the radio. So here we go with this one. So we got to play this one while everybody, so you guys can tune in. That's all Miss Effect. She puts 10,000 files on the whole desktop, just slows everything down. It's like, dude, welcome to the Garden State. I want to sing it.
Well, better you than me. All right.
Yeah, week number 2 here in the WTF What's the Format Radio Show. Thank you so much for joining in on this beautiful Wednesday night. I am Mike.
I'm Joe.
How's everybody doing? How are you guys doing?
Yeah, how is everyone?
How was your week, bro?
My week was pretty good, pretty eventful.
Pretty.
How was your week?
It was good. Actually, it wasn't too bad. It wasn't too bad. But I don't know what happened today. I have no idea. I stink, bro. I stink. Like I smelled today. I don't know what it is. Like it was fine. I was sitting there at work, and 3 o'clock rolls around, and I'm pretty I'm pretty tight when it comes to hygiene, man. I'm like, specific things, and specific things I buy. But all of a sudden, around 3 o'clock, I'm sitting at my desk, and all of a sudden, I've got that. It's like it started like a cheesy foot odor kind of smell, But then it got bad. It became that that cheesy bum 3-day old kind of not showered smell. And it was like, what the hell is this? I'm like looking everywhere. I'm checking my shirt. I'm looking at my jacket. I took shoes off. I couldn't find out. I came in and yes, Miss Effects. I was just like, what the hell is going on? Do I smell? And she did the nose test. God bless the woman, right? She did the nose test. Nothing. So I don't know where the hell did this damn.
That's all. It's all on the upstairs. It's hot. It's thick out.
Yeah, but this was, dude. When I tell you, go to New York, go find an unfortunate homeless person that's on the street. There shouldn't be any in this country, but go in New York, get around a guy that who's been out on the street for about a week. It smelled like that. And I was just like, I was embarrassed. I didn't know what the hell to do. I'm sitting there going, what the hell do I do? I've got nothing to spray. I got nothing. I can't mask it. And I walked out. I'm like, where the hell is it? Now I ain't got it.
I can't feel sorry for you. I'm sorry. I can't feel sorry for you because I got you beat. Because I spend all day in a hospital with some pretty ripe patients who.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, we got the bedpans.
Yeah, that's true.
And then we got the people that haven't moved all week. And then
that's true.
You have, there's times where I walk right on the floor and I'm just like, whoa, something. God bless the staff because they're just, it's all second nature. And they don't care. But every once in a while, just like, whoa, somebody needs some new linens. Can we take care of that, please? So yeah, I got no sympathy with your own stank and your cheese.
But I had a couple people come to my desk today when I asked me to do something later today and tomorrow, and I'm sitting there, and then all of a sudden I'm wondering why they're on the opposite side of my desk when they were just alongside of me, just like seconds ago, and I'm going. Now I realize why. But like I said, it just came. It didn't start that way. It was gradual, and then all of a sudden, bang, it was horrible. I'm like, I'm checking, did someone put something in my desk? Because we have that prank system at my office. We've done some pretty nasty things in people's desks as a joke. How's nasty? How about a smoked salmon in someone's drawer? Like that when they go on vacation, come back. There you go. My claim to fame is this cat, the guy found out the guy who put the smoked salmon in the side. Actually, he put the smoked salmon in the side of between the wall and my desk. So I was checking bookshelves and everything.
Yeah, you were checking.
So I couldn't find it until I pulled my desk out of the wall and found the smoked salmon there. But what I got him back, he went away for 2 weeks. Homie went down to the White Castle, got a Crave case, opened them all up, stuck them in his room. 2 weeks, mon frere, of White Castle.
That's just cruel, man, because you let them go to waste.
Oh yeah. Well, that was not
White Castle go to waste. That is grade A, 100% artificial meat. You can't let that go to waste.
I know.
Oh,
so if you guys haven't tuned in before, this is the WTF What's the Format show, and this is about anything and everything. We talk about us, we talk about New Jersey, we talk about history, we talk about everything. We have got the feelers out, and we have a lot of interviews that we are going to have lined up, not just some of your rock stars, but everyday people. I was actually talking to Miss Effects today. I was thinking of old style soda shops, which really New York and New Jersey are famous for. And there was somebody in the family that actually worked in one of the old school ones in New York with the hat and the what do you call it? And the those pink
the apron, the soda jerks.
The soda, yeah. And unfortunately, I found out she passed. I don't want to laugh at that, but she was in her 90s. I so want to find somebody like that, because that to me is so part of the cool heritage of teens going out having fun, which led into obviously what we do now and hanging out. Not really, because no one goes out anymore, but as far as like growing up, and I kept thinking about that. All these posts today that people said, you know what, I want to send my kid back to the 80s without a cell phone and see how long they would last.
Oh,
It's true. It's
yeah,
so
it's yeah, they'd have to they'd have to remember phone numbers. They'd have to rely on their keen senses to go from point A to point B.
You know where it came from, man? It came from I was talking about because I saw a couple bikes for sale, right? So I was thinking about getting a bike for, beach runs and stuff like that. And all of a sudden I'm going, holy crap. I'm talking to Miss Effects on the way to the office today. And the thing we were talking about was how people used to put ads in the paper with their phone number. And you used to have to answer the phone all day long when you had something for sale. Then you can put it on Marketplace now and have 20 people chime in and go, oh, I'll pick it up in 5 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Before, think about how the process of how we had to do it just to sell something that we wanted to get rid of in the house and how that has changed. If you think about it, that's only 30 years ago.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's got its pros and cons to it, but it's yeah, because I too dusted off my bicycle. I have to do some work to it. Soup it up, make it look nice. Hell, I might even ride it one day.
How are we sounding out there in the chat room? How you doing, Chase? And I see Dado and Greg and Miss Effects and Sean. Thank you guys for hanging in there. Sean, Sean is the one that won the mug last week. Those, by the way, have been ordered. They are on their way, not only for us, but of course for last week's winner. So if you want to win one of the official station show mugs, you got to be in the chat room. We're going to pick somebody randomly. We're going to play a little game later, and we're going to have a lot of fun. But right now is a time that we start talking about the day's news. Here's some news. Okay, so I'm going to let you go first because we talked about some things that, hey, did you happen to hear?
All right. Well, I don't know. This isn't really newsworthy, but I caught this and it struck a nerve because it, like we just did, it brought up the past. And I was like, you and we missed our calling. That's all. I'm going to start with that. We missed our calling.
What?
Okay. I caught something. Okay. It's the 80s. We go down the seaside. What do? What do we always do down at Seaside?
Couple of things. I'm going to say air hockey.
There you go. Air hockey.
How about that? I nailed that on the first shot.
That small arcade with a roll of quarters.
Air hockey.
It played air hockey. Well, I discovered that channel you spoke of, ESPN.
Yeah.
Over the summer, they have the Ocho. And with the Ocho, we have sports. And I watched the air hockey championship.
Yes. How cool was that? How great was that?
It was interesting, but you blinked and it was over. But these guys got around the table and they got tape on their arms and they got all this stuff and they're with the puck. And I was expecting something a little bit more interesting, but it was just pretty much serve, score. Okay, now he serve, score. But yeah, there's a whole air hockey thing. You have the U.S. air hockey, and then you got the world air hockey. And I looked it up, and dear Barbara, it is a whole thing. And just think, if we would have stuck to it, gone to Seaside, it just kept playing, who knows where we'd be standing right now.
We're getting good linkage on the sound, by the way. Oh, by the way, you could also, if you guys tune in to Alexa, if you ask Alexa, hey, Alexa, play 99 WNRR on TuneIn, guess what? You can hear us over your smart speaker, whatever they call it. I don't even know. So anyway, here we go. Here's a couple other things, which I thought were important and some thoughts on it too. Obviously, we're talking about what happened what was announced per se on June 2nd. We're talking music news right now. But you know what? I'm actually going to talk to the big one of the day. I just love playing it. Who am I kidding? Yeah. I just love playing the opening. Um, Big thing today, what happened was, of course, the launch of the Starliner by NASA, which was created by Boeing. It's actually a capsule, which kind of weird because the structure and the design of it is very, very similar to the old Apollos way back in the 60s and the late 60s, early 70s that we sent up. Because do you think they could have designed something new by this time? But no, it's the same look.
Well, the head's a little bigger.
It still looks like a little nozzle. It doesn't look like anything.
Yeah, it looks like something. Sorry, but
we did find out just a couple of minutes ago that unfortunately there right now in orbit there's actually a helium leak.
Oof,
that's a problem. That's a problem. So they're keeping an eye on that. I hope that they, obviously we hope that they get home safe or at least get to the space station where they can maybe send up another one and bring them back. Now, here's a time when you go, oh, that was such a smart move to scrap the space shuttle missions, right? That was such a smart move. I mean, I looked up our budget now. It's like, I don't want to bore anybody, but $26 billion a year on space, NASA, $26 billion a year. You can't keep your shuttle up ready to go. You can send one up right now and fix the problem. Anyway, I hope they get home straight. But first time that and this capsule right now, if everything's all right, is actually scheduled to go to the moon at the end of the year, which is kind of cool. It's the first time we've been to the moon since 1972 with Apollo 17. Music news, some of the BS stuff, and Ticketmaster with the data breach. I want to ask a question. Now, if you don't know, make sure if you have a Ticketmaster account that you go and check your card and check with your bank, make sure it hasn't been, obviously compromised. And you might want to get a new card if that's the case. The one thing that I don't understand is why this breach happened on May 20th, but yet we find out about it on June 2nd. 2 weeks. 2 weeks, Ticketmaster and Live Nation, and you're going to let every customer that you have, let this stuff happen to them for 2 weeks before they realize that something might be wrong. This is my problem. Thoughts on that one? Or do you even bother with tickets like that?
Me personally, I don't know. There really aren't a lot of shows that I would want to see and pay the price.
Yeah, I agree. There's nothing. Do you still have that rule? I mean, I know I had that rule back when I knew you, that I said that I would never spend over $150 to go see anybody. Did you? Did you do that?
Yeah, the last show I went to was a gift.
Oh, gifts don't count.
Right, but
you got to fork out the money. Are you going 150? What's the largest you're going to spend and for who?
It's got to start off with for who.
All right. Somebody who want to see, or somebody you haven't seen that you want to see, that is alive. Don't get funny.
No, I get you there. It takes a lot of thought because shows are coming up. Like Journey's coming up. And don't get me wrong, I like what they did. The whole Steve, and then they got the new guy, and even I got all the albums with all the other guys in it. Hell, yeah. Remember Jeff Scott Soto was in there at one point.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I wouldn't mind seeing them. And on the leg of the tour, I think Heart is opening, or someone else. I think Def Leppard. Around here, it's Def Leppard. And I'm like, I already saw Def Leppard. Do I want to see Def Leppard again?
I think it's either Heart or Cheap Trick.
Well, depending on where the area is.
Yeah, it's either Heart or Cheap Trick. John Wade is also the third one on the bill.
I wouldn't mind seeing, like Cheap Trick and Journey. I would consider and say, okay, what can we do? Is it worth seeing it? Is it?
To me, that's barely worth $120 a ticket.
Oh, please. You need
maximum. Get me on the lawn for $30, I might go.
Yeah. Bring back those days. Let's all line up in front of the Art Center and get tickets that way.
Well, they still do. I mean, you got BB&T by, by you, which they, so I don't know if they still call it BB&T Arena, but you got that. You got a lot of the amphitheaters. There's a ton, like places like Red Rocks and stuff like that, where you sit up in the back and you just chill out, and it's like a 30, 40. I think this year PNC Art Center took theirs to like $40, $45 for a lawn seat. Still, if I can hang out there for three bands and listen, not watch because you're up on the lawn, but if I can listen to maybe some music from John Waite, Foreigner, and Styx, or Cheap Trick and whatever, those the cycle of bands that always seem to form together to put together some kind of package tour. I'll go. Poison, Joan Jett, and Cheap Trick was a great show. We're just hanging out. That was a great show. And Poison still, I think put on a great. They do.
Poison put on a good show.
They put on a good show. You can't sit there and you can't deny it. I like that their first record is, you look at it now, it's actually a good record. Their first record is actually cool. It's slightly punk. It's got that vibe to it.
You see, this is where I'm me, and I got to go against the grain and tick to the non-popular one. I like Native Tongue.
Native Tongue's a good record. Native Tongue's a good record. I just think Open Up and Say those songs, forget it. They just killed it.
And nothing against the man. I don't understand everyone's obsession with Bret Michaels. Dear God, VH1 had such a hard on for that guy. He had everything.
What was her name? Billy Joe.
I'm glad I didn't remember that.
Yeah, she was a playmate. But I think it was Billy Joe. I think her name was Billy Joe. I forgot the last name. But yeah, she was a playmate, I believe. And yeah, she was like the one that everyone thought that they were going to get together, and she had to go.
Oh yeah, the
Rock of Love.
Yeah, it's.
Oh my God! If you guys can remember her name, because she's all right. I wouldn't pay a dime for Fake Journey. I agree. Miss Effect seems to have a
oh no, but I get yelled at all the time. Is this Journey or Fake Journey? Now, my whole thing is, I'm a fan of Neil.
Yeah.
I don't know as of late, but I like him. I was like, okay, I wouldn't mind seeing, but now there's just too many other members in the band that I don't know and don't care about. If it was the lineup that, played at the Hall of Fame with Steve Smith on drums, and yeah, I'd go see that. I think Randy Jackson is on bass again. Do I really want to see?
No, it's not Randy.
Okay, thank God.
No, it's not Randy. He can't do the tour. He's got too many medical issues.
But
he did the what they redid Don't Stop Believing or something like that, or it was, I don't know, it was one of the other songs that they redid. It was like, now it's 7 guys in Journey with 2 keyboard players. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah, there's just too much going on. So I'm just like, you know what? Yeah, I'm good. I pretty much talk myself out of it is what I do. So
making sure that we got this all right, because yeah, the one thing I didn't have time to do is kind of like pull some of the tunes over, so I have to do that while we're doing this show right now. So if you guys, thank you for tuning in to the What's the Format. We talk a little bit about everything and anything music, and a little bit more. We were just talking about the Starliner launch today from NASA, and what's going on with that, the Ticketmaster. Any other things that were interesting over the past? Like, I got one more funny one. What else do you got on your mind?
To stick with I got 2 things, and
hit them.
Okay, to stick with the whole music thing.
Yeah,
because it's a dead horse, and I caught this now. I'm sorry. They did great things. They left their mark on the music industry and everything, but the whole reunion thing and the whole, I'm pretty tired of hearing about a Van Halen dedication concert or a Van Halen reunion of sorts to pay homage to Eddie. And now it's like
sailed.
That's completely out the window, because now Alex is selling all his stuff. He's got an auction now. He's like, okay, I don't want to play anymore, so I'm just gonna sell all my stuff and I'm gonna donate it, and that's fine. Donate it to a good cause.
Get rid of it.
but I'm tired of seeing it. It just, it's not going to happen. You got too many egos at play. You got too much bullshit. Enough. The horse is dead. Get over it and move on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You wanna remember Eddie? Go buy an album. Drop the needle. There you go. Play it all the time. It's.
Do you have any Halen vinyl in your collection?
Got a couple.
Did he have it handy? That's the question.
No, I don't have anything handy. I had a.
Okay. All right. So you got two and Women and Children. I got Women and Children as well. I got the first record and I got Diver Down. The one I want to get, that I will get, actually will be Fair Warning. I want to add that one to the collection from a vinyl standpoint. So that to me is that to me, aside from the first record, because the first record is iconic. And I love when people, I love this argument, and you guys will probably understand this now. While I will call you out. I will call you out. So Mitch Lafon, who is, I respect him very much, famous writer. I've kind of modeled a lot of what I've done for my interviews and the way music business conducted and stuff like that. After some of the things he does, I think he's a great guy. I just think some of his takes some of his hot takes are not good. They might be trash. When you start talking about Van, and you can like who you want to like, people. That's fine. I'm not sitting here to talk about that. But when someone wants to sit there and say the impact that something had on somebody, you're going to compare the Van Hagar to the DLR Van Halen. That first record is iconic. When you think of Van Halen 1, you think of Boston 1, you think of Zeppelin 1, you think of these bands that launch these incredible records. You cannot tell me in any context that any Van Hagar record is comparable to Van Halen 1. It's a null argument. So Mitch, I don't know if anyone's going to tell you, hey, check out whatever in the YouTube. No, nobody. I respect that you think there's some great music there, but there's no way it compares to VH1, bud. No, sorry. Yeah, so you can sit here, yes me or no.
I'll say this. Without that first record, there'd be nothing that followed behind it. There'd be nothing there.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Okay, so there you give praise to that.
Speaking of which, did you hear DLR, what he put out today?
Oh, dear God, yeah.
Did you hear it? Did you listen?
I gave it all of 5 seconds, and then I noticed my sock drawer was a mess. And that one took precedence.
Really? I thought it didn't suck. He was having fun.
Don't get me wrong. Listen, don't get me wrong. The solo album he put, Eat 'Em and Smile, I got that. I like that album. I thought it was good. Even got it in Spanish. Why? Because you just got to have it in Spanish. You never know when you're going to need it. The second album, Skyscraper, I like that one too.
Okay. Didn't have Vi doing another good job.
And it's like, okay, this is good. Then after that, I was like, okay, you know what? I've had my fill. The cup runneth over. I'm good. I tried the other stuff. I love the song Don't Piss Me Off. That's like a ringtone for me. I just want to play that all day long.
Sorry about my chairman.
But it's
studio budget.
Dave brought the show. Dave brought the showmanship. Can I sing? Hell no. Should I sing? Hell no. But I'm the person that's buying the ticket or the albums. Mm-hmm. So he brought the show. He was the showman and all that. He can't sing that much anymore. He's got to understand his mortality.
Yeah. I mean, that's the problem with all of them. They can't let go. And,
I even got my hands on the last album, the last Van Halen album. And I gave that a listen. I thought that was great.
You talking one with Gary?
No, the one with Wolf. I can't.
Oh, yeah. A different kind of whatever. Yeah.
Right. With the train on it.
Yeah, I got it. The day it came out. It was good.
I listened to it. I was like, all right. I enjoyed
Yeah.
this.
Beats Working is a great classic Van Halen track.
And it
That
was like,
too.
this is good. I got no problem with the Sammy Van Halen. I don't. I like Sammy Hagar. That man is always smiling. I would love his life, but it was just a different. He had a different take.
Mm-hmm.
He took it and is like, okay, this is a good direction. Okay, now we're going to take it into another direction, and it was another chapter. And again, if you don't like it, don't listen to it. If you like it, support it. It's the way it goes. It's something like that. I never fought over. It wasn't that much of an argument with everybody.
Yeah.
But I got no problem with Sammy Hagar. The man is always happy. He's always smiling. He's always doing something.
Yeah, I mean he is. He like you said. I agree. He's always busy. He's always doing something. And
I wish he'd make a friggin' bourbon and not,
not tequila.
he made the tequila and that the Cabo Wabo. I got a ritual. I got a ritual with my brother-in-law with Cabo. And but then now he put out gin, and I'm like, okay, I don't do gin either. Dude, can you put out a good whiskey or a good bourbon? Something that I could drink. It'd be nice, a little something, but who am I? Don't matter.
I do have. We got two for you guys. We're gonna play some music tonight. We're gonna get into two tracks. We're gonna do Joe's cover of the week. Covers that he thinks it actually pays great homage, and the bands do a great job. So we've got Sabaton coming up playing a Metallica track if you haven't heard that one, and we have our Smash or Trash / Song of the Week. We want to know what you guys have, so we're going to play the Smash or Trash in just about a few. Great band out in Nashville called Blackwood. Miss Effects, what's going on with you here, ladies and gentlemen? Just thought she'd just stick her head in. Miss Effects, always great show, by the way, as always. I'm sorry, what was that?
Miss Effects is Irish drinking tips. When's it
Miss
up?
Effects is Irish drinking tips.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, I've been instructed, don't do the accent, please.
All right, I don't have.
Don't just do it.
It was bad.
Yeah,
it was bad.
Here's the thing I don't understand. How do I have a more legit, straight?
Because you talk to Dorothea too much.
I got friends over in Ireland, so
just tell me what time to come. That's all.
Just well, you can do the bit maybe in 15 minutes.
All right. It's not a bit if I don't have an accent.
What was that? Anyway. No, 15 minutes? Yeah, good enough?
I'll see you in a bit.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Effects. The procurer of the bad hair days, if you will. Procurer? Is that procurer? Let's get into the Smash or Trash right now, and we'll kill some time. But I want you guys to listen to this one. It's a band called Blackwood. They're out of Nashville. Now, Joe got a chance to listen to this. So before we do this, do you want to have your opinion now, or do you want to have it after the song? Save it?
Yeah, we'll save it.
Okay. So guys, if you want to listen to this and you're on the YouTube, first of all, thank you guys for jamming on the YouTube with us. If you want to listen to the track, do the YouTube laws, listen to 99 WNRR, click that listen live button, but also help us out. We love doing this. We plan on doing this for a while. Go to our socials. You'll get to see all the stuff we're posting. We'll be posting daily now, starting this week, between song of the day, song of the week, foods that we're talking about, all with a very big New Jersey tie. And in the future, we're going to have people like PJ Farley, Pete Lauren, Looking for Rocco Fiorio from American Angel, and a bunch of other guys that part of the New Jersey music scene. Talk to them, because again, a lot of this is about New Jersey, but we'll go outside the bounds like this first band right now from Nashville, Tennessee. It's a Smash or Trash. We want to know your thoughts. The band is called Blackwood, and I will give you my thoughts about this band when it's done. This is the latest track from them. It's called Release Me here on 99 WNRR. Crank it up. Whoa, hold on. There you go. All right. For a minute there, now while we still talk over the YouTube. So while the song's playing on the station, we'll still talk. Because that's what we can do on the YouTube. The song will play over the station. So the YouTube guys don't have to say, well, you're playing music. And then obviously, you know, the audio's cut out.
Right. So
this band is a band that I've listened to for about 2-3 years now. And they've had some great songs prior to this. So, but this is one of the hottest releases for them. It's called Release Me. So while we're talking about this, while the song is playing, I believe you don't come through. The one thing that I guess this is a prime example. This band is a prime example of that. A band like this would have been signed easily. They'd have a contract like that. The fact that they're just as tight and they have that little Nickelback sound. If you put this band in that time, which might be their negative, it might be their positive, but if you put this band around that time, these guys are getting signed by a label. To me, there's no doubt about it. But the way that this whole system is set up now is the reason why these guys haven't gotten to that level.
God, the whole music thing is just, not too happy about it. Not too happy with it.
Well, people talk about, you know, how come new music doesn't have a chance? That's our fault. That's basically our fault, not the station. The station, we boost these bands. We give these bands an opportunity to be heard and to do interviews and try to get as much press as we can for them and flourish. And this is at no expense to them on us. We do it because the music deserves a chance. And that's been 99 WNRR, what we've been about. But the fact that so many people just Spotify, rip, you know, so many ways, plus the bands just basically give it away anyway. I mean, that's been the rub. That's been the problem.
Yeah, I had a resource. Unfortunately, due to the industry, my resource went dry. But I discovered the library. The library had CDs, all bunch of CDs. Would go there and listen to them. Like, okay, do I like this? Yeah. All right. Is it good enough to buy or good enough to copy? Yeah, it's good enough to copy. Okay, there you go. But I still look for CDs. I still look for albums. Because I don't know. It must be our age, because that's what we did. You went out, you bought the album, and you listened to the whole album.
Yeah.
You sat down and dropped the whole album. You know, and if you had nothing to do, you read along with the lyrics. And then some of us, not me, some of us read all the other stuff, the producer and all that stuff, so they can answer all these questions and trivia and stuff. But it's a pro and a con, because I can go upstairs right now and be, you know, Alexa, play this. It's like, okay, here's this whole album, enjoy it. And I'm like, okay. It's not good. Not good at all. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Here we come back. For those guys in the YouTube, thank you so much. We're coming back now in just a second. Yeah, right there is Blackwood with Release Me here on 99 WNRR. What's the format? What the format here on 99 WNRR? Joe across the way. I am Mike. Welcome to the program, everybody. This is now we are getting into about 9:40 here on the East Coast of New Jersey. It's not New Jersey for those people, even though I've spent a lot of time up in North Jersey. We don't sound like that either, unless you go to what? Bayonne.
Bayonne's in Central Jersey.
When does it become Jersey? Is it was it just isn't it just across the river?
I've never heard anybody say Jersey.
Bayonne. Is it Bayonne?
Bayonne.
Right, that's right across, right? Bayonne's right across the water.
You gotta go over a bridge to get to Bayonne.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's where I heard it slightly, but no one talks like this. So if you're tuning in from another state, nobody talks like this. It's one of the biggest things. Jersey.
I get
came up with that.
I get in trouble for coupon or coffee.
Yeah, coupon or coffee.
But
let me see. So everyone seems to dig it. Everyone seems to like it.
No, it's very good.
So I think we're finding that. So if you want to join us in the chat, 99 WNRR, we'll be talking about this song. We'll be talking about a lot more coming up. Plus, we got a little game we're going to play and give you guys an official mug for the show, WTF mug, which are pretty cool. I can't wait for mine to get so we could start doing that. So thank you guys for hanging out with us tonight here on a Wednesday. We'll be back here every Wednesday night to talk about some stuff music wise. We'll talk about some vinyl. Nice choice, by the way, on the vinyl of the week. I thought it was a great choice. Little Thin Lizzy to start it off.
They have more than one album. I've been telling people for years. Thank you, but it's a shame. They got a tremendous catalog, and it just, it's Boys Are Back in Town. On that rare occasion, it's Jailbreak. If they want to dig deep, it's the Cowboy song. And then once you hear Whiskey in a Bottle or Whiskey in a Jar. Nice one, Joe.
At this point, I mean, what do you think? Do you think one of the most underrated bands? They're not even in the Hall, are they? Did they get into that?
No, don't get me started with the Hall, but they're very, very underrated. It just,
I mean, talk about one of the most underrated bands of all time that had that much of an impact. I mean, this is what I can't fathom. I mean, we could sit there and talk about the Hall. That's just a stupid argument on a lot of fronts.
I got a theory on the Hall.
Yeah, I got some more theory than that on the Hall. That has nothing to do. Yeah, exactly. As far as influence, it's undeniable. How could you not have these guys in the Hall of Fame? How can you not? And we all know what it's become.
I've been there. I lapped the place twice, and I was like, "That's it." And
really? That's it.
Yeah.
So in other words, from your perspective, since you were there, I have not been to Cleveland. I will not step foot in Cleveland for various reasons. But I will never stop. I'm never going to Cleveland. They'll drag me kicking and screaming. I'll never step foot in Cleveland.
I gotta tell you,
I'm sure it's a wonderful town, but no, I'm never going to Cleveland.
Now, we'll talk about the Hall. I went to the Hall of Fame, and the way they have it set up is in the center room, they pick a particular artist, and that's like the main showcase. And you walk around, and you look at that.
Right.
Luckily for me, and this was right after Journey got put in. Journey and all those other bands got put in. And luckily for me, the artist of the center stage was John Cougar Mellencamp. Whoopee. And I was like, what's the B? It's like, But a lot of it was interesting that I didn't look into the history of radio and broadcasting. You go to those little booths and you see all that stuff.
Yeah.
And then you walk around, you see all the things that the band's costumes and clothes and all that. FYI, Kiss in the back corner by the bathroom is a small little cabinet, and the only thing they have representing Kiss is Peter Criss's shower cap and his little metal makeup box. I was like, okay, yeah.
Wait a minute, hold on. I thought they had a whole thing like outfits.
Once when the bands get inducted in, they got a whole thing, and then after that, they just pick and choose. So, because that's that's the second thing I went looking for. The first.
So in other words, you could see more fake stuff at a Hard Rock Cafe.
Certain parts I was like, yeah, where's the tables and the waiter singing happy birthday? Because there's so many artists that weren't. After you look at the stuff and, oh, gee, Run DMC shoes. Don't get me started. I like Run DMC, but anyway. And you see all the stuff. Like I said, lapped it twice, and I went upstairs. And upstairs had a little bit of radio and then Rolling Stone magazine. And then I went upstairs. And then there was a room filled with nothing but the covers of Rolling Stone magazine and their history.
Right.
And then I went upstairs. And they had still more Rolling Stone covers of the magazine. And they had a little showroom, which I didn't have time to check out. And it just, what I tell people is when you go to Cleveland, get tickets to the football game. During halftime, walk over to the Hall of Fame, walk around, and then go back to the game. But to make it an all-day affair, an all-day event, it doesn't. Like, I walked out of there.
Yeah.
Ugh. You know, it just, some things were cool and some things were nice. The guitar's hanging up, Stevie's guitar.
Right.
Elvis and the suit and ZZ Top and all that such. But it just, yeah, the one thing I remember from Cleveland, not the Hall of Fame, they got a restaurant called Melt, where it's like grilled cheese with all this stuff. The menus are take away the figures. The menus are Kiss album covers. It's like Love Gun minus the 4 guys on it, and they have all the food and everything.
Where is this?
It's in Cleveland. It's called Melt.
Really?
I had a sandwich called The Dude Abides. I was like, oh my God, yeah.
How's the food though?
It was good.
Tremendous.
It was, it wasn't tremendous, but it was very enjoyable. The atmosphere was cool. I liked it.
All right.
I was blown away.
I'm still not going.
Yeah,
sounds cool though. Why should I ask why you were in Cleveland?
That was a work thing. I had to go for training and such. So, and
I'll be at the Rock Hall and several different eateries.
Is my mic's on? My mic.
Yeah, your mic is now on. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the program.
It's Miss Apex. I'm still hung up on Joe suggesting a football game.
That was interesting, I have to say.
Well, from time to time.
My finger was up in the air and my face was making a very squinty look.
Your face was in the what was in the air?
My finger was in the air. My finger was in the air. Like, wait a minute. Something's not right.
What happened to your mix down here? I don't know.
I didn't take it away. I don't do anything because I don't know how.
You see, right off the bat, you're being disrespectful. You're just a nasty person.
Oh, man. This is the respect I get.
Donna's coming over. Gigi's coming over. It's going to be good. We're going to have a big thing. Everybody's coming over.
So you ready to go?
Yeah, I am.
All right. As I make more noise here with my papers and stuff like that, my notes, my copious notes.
I
have to get ready because
I still think I want that song to be my lead-in song. You know, the one, he drinks a whiskey drink, he drinks a vodka drink, he drinks a lager drink, he drinks a cider drink.
Chub Thumper?
Chub Thumper? What? Chub Thumper? What the hell are we talking about?
Yeah, Chub Thumper, isn't it? Chumbawamba,
I get down.
Chub Thumper.
Listen, I get down.
Yeah, but
I get knocked down.
He drinks a vodka drink. He drinks a
lager drink. He drinks a cider drink.
God, really?
Yeah, because that's me.
But you always got George Thorogood. I drink alone.
That's true. That's true. But
That's
I don't.
very true.
I try not to. So anyway, that's what we're talking about today. Welcome to Miss Fex's Irish drinking tips.
Should we like cue you in?
You can.
Thank you. I love it.
Today we're discussing the BYOB.
Wait a minute, hold on. That's an extended applause for you.
Yeah,
You gotta
I
wait.
heard. Today we're talking about the BYOB. Summertime, it's a time for parties and invitations to other people's homes and barbecues and summer holidays, right? So why BYOB? Oh, that's bring your own booze, by the way. So
Yeah.
Coolaboola. Did you know that that's an Irish term? It means cool.
Cool what?
Coolaboola. I'm not kidding.
Coolaboola?
I love it. Coolaboola. You're on your way to the somewhere. You're
Yeah.
on your way somewhere, right? So you got to pick up something for yourself.
What are you picking up?
You
for
now
yourself?
have a case of whatever is mine, and what's yours is mine too. Because wherever you're going, they were anticipating putting something down your gullet,
are you
right?
following this, Joe? Are you following this?
Yes.
So
Okay.
you're,
Drinking. Yes.
you're gonna pick up what you're drinking and go to where you're going.
You ain't gotta yell, man.
You made that louder. I didn't yell.
Yes, you yelled. Stop yelling.
So now there's two benefits here. Well, there might be more than two benefits, but at least one benefit. So one benefit is you leave your leftovers.
Mhm.
That's kind of like your way of saying, I'll be back, right? They have to invite you back because your drink that only you drink is in their refrigerator, right? So they have to have you back. It's kind of a reminder. Another pro tip, don't bring something that they drink.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yes.
then this is how it works, right? You can drink what they're having, you can drink what you're having, but they won't drink what you're having, and now you'll be invited back. But maybe another thing is, yeah, well, if you are going to keep your friends and the leftovers aren't getting you invited back, maybe you ought to start bringing what they're drinking too. Remember, these are drinking tips, not social skills tips.
What I don't. I have no idea what I just heard.
No, if you're going over somewhere,
Yeah.
you're like, okay, well,
And
okay,
you-
what beer do you like? You bring that beer,
Yeah. Of course.
and you're like, okay, and you drink it,
Yeah.
and it's like, all right, then it's like, okay, I'm going to leave this here. So next time, I'll come over again and we'll finish it off.
Yeah.
We'll listen to some Van Hagar, and we'll have a few drinks.
Or go in the pool or
Yeah.
eat your food that you make better than I do, you know.
Or you could bring the stuff you want to get rid of and drink their stuff.
Right. And gift whatever you don't want.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I got you, Chris.
I still don't get the point. Is
you want to you don't walk into a house empty-handed. That's rude.
but that's commonplace. I do that all the time.
This
I'm
is drinking
I
tips.
always bring something. But I
thought-
you
I
lost
thought I
me
was gonna
after
say you're
bringing
always
after,
rude.
you lost me after bringing something, whether you drink it yourself or you give it to them. It
You
doesn't
bring
matter.
something that you drink
Yeah.
and then you leave it there so you get invited back again.
Oh, in other words, you don't finish what you drank, so let them drink it so that you get invited back again.
Right. But if you bring something they drink, they'll drink it and then you won't
Yeah.
get invited back again. So bring something only you drink.
So if you bring something that I alone drink, but
Mhm.
don't finish it as to leave more for them to try and drink, then I'll get invited back.
No, the whole point
because there's stuff that I would drink, you get invited back. That's stupid.
No, you got to set the tone.
Yeah, it would have been better with the accent.
By the way, okay, so let me see this.
I just like cool.
If I'm bringing a bottle, right?
Yes.
If I'm bringing something to drink
Yes.
and I'm bringing it to your house
Hmm.
and you're going to leave it in your fridge because I only drank 5 of the 6.
Right. And I don't like it. I ain't
You
drinking
don't
it.
like it. That means you're automatically going to just invite me back.
I will. Because I don't want it sitting in my fridge anymore and I don't waste alcohol because that's alcohol abuse.
That makes no damn sense.
I'll think of you.
You're going to think of me, but that doesn't mean he's going to say, oh, he didn't drink it. So you're going to invite me back. And then I'm going to supposed to do what? Bring something they drink? next time?
Yes, if you want to be kept inviting back again.
In other words, so if I bring something that they drink and they drink it all, then I won't be thought of. Okay, so that's like an Irish. I don't know the psychology of it all.
I think next time we need to talk about the Irish goodbye.
Well, that would happen if you just leave.
Yeah, I know the Irish goodbye.
By the way, Vox guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us. A great band out of Florida. Great track in the last couple hours for the voting. I think it ended for top 20 Launchpad Live. Check that out on Facebook. I think we're going to pick somebody right now, and there's 5 people.
Well, hold on. Before we do that,
yeah,
I got another story.
okay.
I can piggyback the whole drinking thing and the BYOB thing and the whole beer thing. It'll take a couple minutes. This past week, I went to one of my favorite shopping places, Joe Canals.
Yeah.
Where you walk around in your shop. And on the end cap, they were promoting a new beverage. And I was with my beautiful wife, and she goes, "What is this?" And I came over and I'm like, "What's up with that?" It's pretty much cannabis in a can. So now it's healthier, alcohol free. You can get buzzed like you're drinking beer, but you don't get the hangover the next day. You don't get the.
Yes, there's no hangover from cannabis.
Right.
Yeah.
And they had several of these beverages, and I found that interesting. Of course, I didn't buy it because there was other stuff I needed, but
that's true. And plus you have to take blood tests, right? Piss tests.
not really, but you never know.
In a state that it's legal.
Right.
As I know, many different things, including the medical profession, you cannot have cannabis in your system unless you have a card. That's funny you mentioned that, because yesterday my son-in-law, well, I call him my son-in-law, practically my son-in-law, gave me a card for $5 off my next weed purchase at the local dispensary. I thought it was quite humorous. I'm getting a bunch of discount weed. Like,
hey,
think about it. Poor Jay and poor Silent Bob, they had a business. Or if they're entrepreneurial, like in Clerks 3, they're doing their thing.
Yeah.
They're making a ton of money because they know what it's about. We're going to play, actually, Linda's hanging out in YouTube, got a message that, so she is going to be picked for our next round of 10 o'clock. It is time for, that's right. It's time for Joe to learn more about sports ball.
Game where winners become losers and losers never win. This is Sports Ball.
That's right. You guys know and love. Chance to win some WTF swag filled with some other goodies in it. Thank you so much for joining us here. WTF, loving it. I don't want no news. I'm hitting buttons like that. Okay, sir, are you ready? This one, I promised to you that I wasn't going to be that easy on you this week.
Well, I had a week of shit over hockey puck.
Okay.
So this
is going to be a little different now. This is a little different. I do have a hockey question in there though, so you gotta pony up. This is different. Okay. Question number 1. I'm gonna get my applause button ready. Let's see right there. See what's okay. Here we go. Question number 1. Make sure I can hear myself. Oh, there we go. Good. Question number 1. The Los Angeles Lakers basketball team plays in what state? The Los Angeles Lakers basketball team plays in what state?
California.
There you go. He's 1 for 1.
I thought they'd be the Giants, where they're New York but play in Jersey, but we won't. That's another discussion. Anyway.
Okay, here we go. Next question. I don't know. I can move these around here. Let me see. Oh, here we go. Number 2. The gold upright metal frames and both ends of a football field are called what?
The goalpost.
There you go. 2 for 2. Linda's gonna get a mug so she can every time she can think about this really dumb quiz game.
Well, you think of goalpost, I think of that bar.
I think of that bar too. I do. I don't think about wide right. Anyway, all right. Number 3. Oh, okay. All right. Here you go. A Winter Olympic sport played on ice using a stone similar to shuffleboard. Curling. It's called curling.
That's the one sport I watch. Fascinated by curling.
Yes.
I was late many a time for work watching curling.
Can I tell you right now, when I was working for a firm in Wall Township for a little while, and it was during the Winter Olympics, they actually rented like a team building thing, actually learned and actually played for a whole day curling.
I
can tell you, it ain't as easy as you think it is. Try to balance your ass on the ice while you're trying to perfectly maneuver a stone.
Oh no.
Dude, you fall on your ass so many times. It's crazy. It's crazy. Fun game though. Fun game. You get kind of into it too.
Nah, yeah.
And don't get your hand down there because you will lose a finger. It will when they hit.
Oh yeah.
They are not light. They are not light.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. We're going number 4. Okay, we're going number 4. We're going across the pond on this one. A sport similar to baseball with a bat and a ball played in England.
Cricket.
It's cricket.
The brain is working gooder tonight.
It's cricket. Okay. Now I had this sound and I had this in my sounds, and so I don't know if I have it anymore. I'm going to see if I have it here. Let me see. How long is this? There we go. All right. I'm going to play this. All right. For the final question, Lynn, you're going to have him get your mug. For the final question, it's a hockey question.
Oh.
It's a hockey question. 3 goals by one player in one hockey game is called a what? Three goals by one player in one game is called a what?
Hat trick.
It's a hat trick. Okay. Dude, that is awesome. Well done. Congratulations, Lynn. You get some WTF swag. Maybe we'll throw a shirt in there as well. So you can proudly say, hey, Lou, dude, look what these 2 guys do on a Wednesday night. Oh, wow. I'm having a lot of fun now. Congrats, dude. That was nice. Very well done. Very well done. What do you think? Let me see. I got so many other these cool things.
Welcome to the WTF show on 99 WNRR. Now for the Royale with Cheese of Talk Radio. Here is Joe and Mike. That is so incredibly stupid. I can't believe I'm getting paid for this.
Thank you, Sam. I appreciate that very much. Royale with cheese.
Now I'm hungry.
Now I am hungry. Yep, exactly. Let's get into that for a second. I want to talk about that because that is one of the things that I think today, and I wrote this down. I keep a book that I just jot these little notes down, little some I picked up in Ireland. Little right there, little boom right there. That's a little House Stark. That's actually
Was that Harry Potter,
How Stark.
Tony Stark.
Huh?
What?
Yeah, Tony Stark. Exactly.
Tony Stark.
It said, I wrote that embrace your demise. And it came from the idea. There was one thing we were, again, AI has is it's scary. It's absolutely scary what's going on now. We can type in Photoshop now. We typed in, there was a plate with a steak and some new potatoes and some broccoli. We circled the area and typed in generate AI in Photoshop mashed potatoes, and son of a bitch, it perfectly put 2 scoops of mashed potatoes next to that steak instead of doing all the things that we were taught to do, to how to, design and add stuff to it. It did it in seconds. And I was like, embrace your demise, because I just looked at my entire career just go bye-bye. I'm done. Sorry, honey. You married a loser.
I think what's really disturbing is you put mashed potatoes there and not a big glob of ketchup, because nothing goes better with steak than ketchup. But I digress. But yeah.
It's scary. It really is scary. And people are using it more and more and more, but not just for that, and how to create music. And it's like, what is real anymore? And this is the thing that frightens me, not because of just, I'm talking about like job security or stuff like that. It's the application going forward. It's already the progression of this thing in the past 2 years has been faster than anything ever, I think anyone ever thought, because it's a learning based system, just like Skynet. And it's happening. It's happening on so many levels. I think you start with, the self-driving cars when we were talking about that. And I'm not going to, because I'm not an expert, and I'm not going to digress into anything like that. Just from a layman's point of view and how we all think, for those who don't know too much about that. Dude, what are we going to do? And that's the thing. I mean, we're going to have like everything. I just saw somebody, what did you see the, I saw somebody, I think it was it was like multiple, it was a drone. It was a single person drone that now you can buy and you can drive it like a car, like a Jetsons car. And I believe it's called the Jetson. If you look it up, it's called the Jetson, and it's a drone. It's a 1-person drone that you get in and drive 50 feet off the ground, and you drive it. You can drive it, I think, for like 2 hours. And you're George Jetson, for God's sake. I mean, it's insane. Do you see? I mean, have you guys talked about this stuff in the household, or have seen any of this stuff going on?
No, stuff like this. No. First of all, the whole self-driving thing, I can't be comfortable with that. Just don't trust that. We're starting to rely too much on technology. We're starting to rely on too much of us doing too little.
Yeah.
And that's just not good. That's just going to dull the senses, and it's going to be art imitating life, and we're all going to look like the cast of WALL-E.
True.
Sitting there.
You're not the only one who said that. The guy I work with actually said that.
It's
the same thing. Exactly the same thing.
And it's I something like that I don't really pay too much attention to, because it is what it is. But there's a little bit more to it now, because you're not driving, you're flying.
Mm.
There's a whole other set of rule book that goes with flying and such.
Yeah.
But there's going to be somebody out there who's going to have it, be the first kid on the block to have one.
There's people already have it. Matter of fact, the orders are through the roof. They're backlogged. They can't make them fast enough. That they can't make them fast enough. I mean, that's what's going on.
The flying car. Didn't Randall have a conversation about this? The flying car with Dante.
Did they?
Yeah, it was a bonus on the DVD.
Oh, really?
Yeah, talk about the flying car and what would you do for the flying car? He goes, "We're in the '90s. We should have the whole Jetson thing by now. We don't."
Yeah.
And it
Well,
was
guess what?
just a nice little snippet. But no, I'm good. I'll I'll still drive.
Let's get into some more music right now. It's 10:08 here on 99 WNRR, and we're gonna play a couple more tunes. We'll probably be on with you till about maybe a little past 10:30. And we'll guys let you get on for the rest of the night. Because as we have covered what we're gonna cover. And talk about what we're going to talk about for this week. I'm sure there's other things we could bring up. Though remember, if you want to bring up a topic that you want us to chat about, we will. Just email your thoughts to WTF@WTFcast.com. That's what the F. That's WTF@WTFcast.com. And we will pick it up and write back and say hi and whatever.
Might even read it.
Might even read it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if we get to it and we get, we'll definitely tackle it here on the show. But like I said, in its infancy, and we're just putting the feelers out and everything that's going on. But we're just stoked to do this finally. It's been a long time coming.
Too long.
Yeah, too long. And we're gonna have guests of all different shapes and sizes come on to the program. We're gonna look to book one for next week. So we'll let you know once we confirm who it's going to be. Definitely check out a lot of the songs that are being played on the Launchpad Live. You can go to Launchpad Live fan vote on Facebook. There is a lot to talk about and a lot to experience music-wise. New music like the latest from Pete Loran. He's got a new one called Alone Again. Have you listened to that one yet?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Give a listen to it. Let me know what you thought. Might be a smash or trash next week. Also check out the top 20, which will be available tomorrow. Let's get into Joe's cover of the week. And want to ask, why did you pick this one?
I discovered Sabaton listening to you over the summer, and his voice, the band, the voice, everything about it is just so powerful, and the way he sings. And I also have a thing for covers. I like bands who do covers justice, who do something more to it. I don't like karaoke covers. I like when they take it, they make it theirs, they put something of theirs into it, where they show a little bit of respect. They're not trying to cash in. They're like, I like this song, let's do our version, and then hopefully we do the band proud. And it's just a guy's voice. Love that guy's voice. It just can't say his name, but I like his voice.
And one of the last bands to carry that 80s metal forward, you think?
Yeah. I listening to all their stuff, and they got a tremendous following over the pond.
They're massive. They are a massive band.
Between the people that their fans, their followers, the stage show, they got a functioning tank on the stage, and now they're
a la Kiss.
They're really starting to capitalize on the merchandise. They're trying to catch up, but they don't have a coffin yet. But they have plenty of other interesting items. It's just one of those bands. So I heard this song, and I'm like, yeah, people need to hear this. If they haven't already, they need to hear it, because they show absolutely no disrespect to Metallica.
And if you want to check out Jackie Raven's interview with Chris Rorland from the band Sabaton, their guitar player, it is available on our 99 WNRR YouTube. Go and check it out. It's a great interview. Great guy, Chris Rorland from Sabaton, on our 99 WNRR YouTube channel, to which you're listening to right now and watching. So I gotta say watching now, because it's so new. And we're gonna be decorating everything and doing some really cool stuff, and we'll show you a couple of the different wares. I always like to say in the studio, always got to give love to the Joey Ramone place sign that sits up top in the studio, courtesy of Nurse Jackie. Jackie, thank you so much. It was a gift she was giving me a while back. It's something I'll always treasure. That's an actual New York City duplicate of actual Joey Ramone place that sits in New York City. So it is an honored treasure that sits up there. And has been there since the day one that the studio has opened almost 12 years ago. Let's get into right now. So again, for you guys listening, if you want to hear the song, you have to turn over to 99WNRR.com or your smart speaker at 99WNRR on TuneIn. And you can listen to this great song, great cover by Sabaton, For Whom the Bell Tolls. Metallica here on 99 WNRR. We'll be back right now. Take 5.
Yeah, I still don't know how to say his name. Jock Broden. That's what they call him. Love his voice. Great, great voice.
I think what might do next week, I'm going to see if we can get Blackwood for Wednesday night. At least get us started until I get confirmations with Pete and the other guys and stuff like that.
All right.
So that's where we'll go first. So Blackwood, you're on cue. And I'm going to say this to you guys out there hanging out. Make sure that you check out Blackwood on YouTube and all the other streaming, whatever. I'll get into Spotify after this song, but check them out and listen to all their tracks. Some great new videos, great new music. The Witch is a great song. Go and check out Blackwood. Great band out of Nashville, Tennessee. Not bad. It's pretty good.
Yeah,
I like it.
It's got some oomph behind it.
Souls, time marches on.
Just
So
something about it. Just it's power. It is just
yeah.
He's got this voice. He's got this commanding voice. Don't have an instrument. Maybe I'll go out and I'll buy a tambourine or a triangle or something. But certainly not going to sing.
This could be completely wrong.
so fun.
Got tuned down to D to do that. Did you know?
Can you hear me? Hello, Michael.
Interesting. Interesting. A little Sabaton here at 99 WNRR, for whom the bell tolls here at 10:19. Interesting track, I have to say. It seems like it ended quicker. I think it might be a little bit longer than 5 minutes and 22 seconds.
Well, I'll tell you what, everybody, let us know what you think of that. I'd like to know.
You can text us too, send us emails. So we're actually going to open up the phone line next week too. Yes, we do have. We have a 800 number as well. So we're gonna release that next week, and you guys can chat with us, because that's what again, I call this the People's Podcast, because this is stuff that you guys talk about, and this is stuff that I want you guys to talk about, and feel free to talk about. So you guys can come on and just chat with us anytime you want. It's like if we were just sitting around just the office, or putting a mic in front of our face and just yap and just talk. So you guys can call us starting next week. We'll give you the numbers and the deets later in the week when we post them. And, tell us what's on your mind, not just in the chat, not just in YouTube, but many ways that you can hit us up and talk about it. Next week, we'll be tackling some food as well, because we haven't really hit on that yet. And we would talk about some of the things that we used to order and some of the things that we still order when it comes to New Jersey diners. A dying breed. Another one bites the dust. We have had a couple bite the dust in the past couple of years, including one that just doesn't seem to open, the old Forked River Diner, that's actually been touted as one of the hot diners. They're barely open, I think, for breakfast, and that's it. Barnegat
Diners
Diner.
aren't open 24 hours anymore.
Huh?
Diners aren't open 24 hours anymore.
Yeah, I know. And that's New Jersey's famous for them. We don't find them. I mean, some of the classic diners, like the one like we used to have in Union.
The Twain.
The Mark Twain, the Red Oak in Hazlitt was massive. Oh my God. There was another one on the Circle on 70. That was another one. The Lion, Red Lion or something like that diner. It was big. It was on the 72 Circle. That one's gone. Just so many classic. I wonder if the American in Jersey City, I think that one is still there. The American Diner. I think it's still there in Jersey City, because I know a lot of politicians like to go to that one. So, but they're still in there. There's still a ton of classic diners. I still like the classic one. I don't like the built out ones. Like I like the ones still that, have the very, a line of booths and then the stools and then bar stools. I still like that more than I like the, kind of like the refurbished, like, 3 rooms deep or something like that. Well, winds up looking like a ground round. Remember those?
We had a ground round by us.
Exactly. And so I'd rather have the classic diners, because to me, that's what it's about. Like the one that you see in Pulp Fiction and stuff like that. I'd rather have those, to me, than some of the other ones that I just don't dig them. I never did. Stafford Diner here is actually kind of pretty cool. It's a little too built. There's one up by Rider University, which is still kind of cool. I forgot the name. I'll get the name of that one, but we got to pick out some of these diners. How about, I don't know if we do. Oh, I wanted to ask you this question. Now it came to me. I wanted to ask your thoughts on this one, because we see all these so-called food critics who create all these podcasts, right? Dave Portnoy is one of them from Barstool. He does the pizza one, right? It's like super famous now. It's like everywhere. And like all these people, like these laymen that get up there and they just go to different places and they deem themselves a food critic, and they give these places, like, what gives them the clout to go do this? It's the most annoying. it's the most annoying thing. I mean, like, yeah, people say, well, what gives you the right to do a radio show? I've been doing internet radio for 10 years. So this is just the next logical thing. If I was doing a radio show, I'd be talking about the same stuff with Joe. But what gives everybody the right to go put themselves on video, going to all these places and have them become a connoisseur, so to speak, to give everybody a grade? There's thousands of these guys. What, Joe? Help me out.
They're critics. That's it. It is their voice. It is their opinion. And we're in a day and age where you just walk around with a cell phone and go, here, dude, I want to do a TikTok. Here, let me eat your food and I'll put you on TikTok and this, that, and everyone's like, yeah, sure. Because it's publicity and all for it. I got a story about that too. But it's just,
go for it. I want to hear it.
Okay. Up in my neck of the woods.
Yeah.
There was a pizzeria that was on this thing called, I don't know if you know about it, Facebook. And they gave it an excellent review. And they said, this is the best pizza you'll ever have. You have to order it a week in advance. They run out of pizzas. And it was this whole ordeal.
What place was it?
It was up in Yardley, PA. This thing is called Yardley Pizza.
Okay.
And so we were like, all right, well, it piqued our curiosity. Because like, all right, well, let's find a new place. So we called on a Monday to place an order for 2 pizzas on Friday. And I think we tried to DoorDash it or one of those things because that was still going on. And we called them up and we said, okay, we DoorDashed it. We went on and tap, 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 click, click, click. It's like, okay. And then like Wednesday, we checked to make sure our order was still there. Tap, 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 click. Okay, it's still there. Thursday, we're like, okay. So Friday at 7:00, we're gonna get this pizza that was handed down by the gods to titillate our uvula and to just give us a mouthful of holiness. And 7:00 comes, we're like, where's our food? And it was a whole thing with the delivery system. What did I say? I think it was DoorDash. It was one of those things. And we're like, I just delivered it. It's like, no, you didn't deliver it. And we argued with the driver. So then we called the pizzeria and we're like, look, we placed an order on Monday. And a little bit of an attitude. And it's like, well, that's the thing. You didn't call us directly. You went through DoorDash. We're having a problem with DoorDash. And then bottom line, we never got the pizza. So I have no idea what it tastes like. And guess what? Still don't know what it tastes like because we refuse to go back there now. But all it is, it's just somebody giving their opinion, and if they got it, if they do it with personality, do it enough right way, everyone's like, you know what? I like this guy. This is a guy I can sit down and have a beer with. But it's, somebody doing something. I don't really worry about it too much. It's your opinion there, Jack. It's not going to make or break me. I felt like that with movies and with music. I mean, who the hell tells Siskel and Ebert to tell me what I should and shouldn't watch?
Yeah, exactly. I think that me and Miss Effects actually have that same view. There's a ton of stuff that we have, that has gotten panned, absolutely destroyed. And we'll watch it when we're like, that was a lot of fun. That was a great time. I don't understand what people are talking about. So again, critics, I could take them as far as I could throw them. I'd rather have the people decide, give me 20 people in a room, let them listen to a song, let them watch a movie and get their vibes and see what they think of it. And I mean, 20 different people that like different things. I think that's the best way you could do it. Don't give me a guy who's a so-called expert or what do they call these guys? YouTubers, podcasters, or what have you that, God forbid they took a college course and all of a sudden they're the utmost, love this one. My next favorite one, life coaches. Oh God, I love this. Love life coaches.
Yes, let's.
We could dedicate an entire show to how much we absolutely love life coaches.
I
If you need somebody to show you how to live a life, you got some. I'm sorry, you got some issues.
it's
You don't need anybody. Just love life, man. Come on. There's a lot to be out there, a lot to be thankful for. There's a lot to be thankful.
it's unfortunately it's just somebody out there needs something, not wants it. It's that need. It's they're in a vulnerable place and they're like, you know what? This person's making sense to me. I'm gonna subscribe to them, and every day I'm gonna listen to them, and it's you know what I mean. It's
Whatever. I mean, that's a good point. That's a good point. You brought me around a little bit on it because yeah, I mean, it's just like if you were to read a book, like how many people read L. Ron Hubbard and
don't go there.
and all that other stuff.
Don't go there.
How many people who read all those books, Stephen Covey and How to Be the Better This, and yeah, there are some books out there that do make a lot of sense, and they come from very educated individuals. Obviously, there's a lot of stuff out there that comes from very educated individuals that we can sit there and read and form our own hypothesis on what the collective of readings that we do and the people that we pay attention to, forming our own opinion, i.e., college, and so I get that. But what drives me nuts is the people who haven't done the work on that level where they are experts in their field, which to me means you had to have done this at one time. You want to be a pizza expert? Go make a pizza. Show me how a pizza is made. Then sit there and taste everything. Be a cook. I'm not going to listen to your culinary experts unless you know how to cook. I'm not going to listen to Wolfgang Puck until guess what? He's a chef. So I'm going to listen to him. But still it's different tastes. Be educated completely. Don't just do something for 2 years and then call yourself something that, and all of a sudden you've got a podcast or you're a foreign known expert, so-called. That's what drives me nuts. And that's why there's too many of them and they need to go bye-bye. They need to go bye-bye. They need to leave. It's too much.
You know what? Maybe it's because I watch Mike Rowe a little bit too much, but you know what? Learn a trade.
There you go. Yes, absolutely.
Instead of trying tell somebody how to be happy and all that, why don't you learn a trade to maybe build something to make somebody happy, or make something that'll make somebody happy, or do something. I don't quite get that, and the whole TikTok thing and the TikTok thing, and I mean. Yeah. It was a sad state of affairs when you go to the supermarket and there's a sticker on the Tide Pod saying not food, don't ingest, because of the whole Tide Pod challenge, because some moron.
Yeah. Or my personal favorite, did you like this trend, licking the toilet bowl? Did you see that one?
Yeah, no,
that was just after Tide Pods. It's lick the toilet bowl. And they're wondering why they're coming down with Hep C. Just throwing it out there. People actually, I'm saying it was this licking thing. People remember it's the reason why they have extra covers right now on ice cream, because people were going in, lifting the cover off of ice cream, licking the top and putting the cover back.
Yeah. All to get 10,000
say what
followers.
I think these people should be, because I'll get in trouble by saying what you should do to these people. But yes, ridiculous. Absolutely. And this is the problem.
It's too much. Don't get me wrong. I think I said this at the dinner table tonight. For something that's invented, for every one good thing it does, there's 3 bad things it does. I like YouTube.
This is true.
I watched YouTube. I learned how to bleed my brakes. I learned how to fix this. I learned how to fix that. I
Yeah.
worked on my car. That's good. Okay, we're good there.
Yeah.
And then on YouTube, it's you have some people that serve a purpose. They're like, oh, here, this is how you cut a tree down. I learned how to cut a tree down via YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then you have, people licking toilets or doing these things just to get, dude, if you're that smart and you have that much charm or charisma, do it something more positive. Do something.
Did you see, speaking of cutting the tree, did you see this one cat figure out how to do a precision drop alongside a house?
Yeah.
You saw that when he cut the hole out of the bottom and then cut in on the,
Yeah.
and then they used the sides of the tree as kind of like, so it wouldn't wobble, and it just fell right in between, like a 5-foot space between the house.
Yeah.
That was amazing. I was like, oh, I gotta do that. I don't even have a tree on the side of my house, but I'm gonna find one and just do that. Just so I can see it work or not work. I don't know.
I had a row of trees. I had a whole bunch of trees on my property.
I'm gonna go cut a tree down for the hell of it now. Ha ha. Tree huggers.
I got one left. Actually, I got a couple left. Come on over.
We got enough trees here in Jersey, I gotta tell you. 9:34, everybody. Don't forget, coming up next week, we're going to have a special guest. I'm not going to tell you who it is because we're going to give away. That's why it's called a special guest. So we'll tell you a couple of days beforehand so you guys can spend the time. We're going to have them in probably around, I'm going to try to get them around the 9 o'clock hour so we can get in. If not, we'll do the 8:30 hour and get them in for a good 10 to 20 minute interview and talk about them and have a lot of fun as we do when we line up all these different topics that we like to talk about. So, anything to conclude, sir, before we run into this? We went an hour last week, 90 minutes this week, might go the full 2 hours next week. And obviously there's going to be, you guys keep, all of you people out there, just keep on doing a whole bunch of stuff and giving us food for fodder and stuff to talk about. So thank you for doing that. Thank you for chiming in and hanging with us for a couple. Tell everybody else we'll be talking with a few more issues coming up next week, and whatever's in the news. We'll have Miss Effects back, and we'll do another Smash or Trash. We're not going to play too much music on the show, just so you guys know. 2 songs to 3 songs max. It's more talk than it is music. But the great music at 99 WNRR here lives 24/7. So after we're done, check out the playlist and check out the rotation. Some great bands. Check out also some of the great shows tomorrow. You guys want to hear a great show? A lot of fun. Tomorrow at noon, there's a great show that's been with the station as long as I have, called the Hard Rock Lunchbox with DJ Perlman. You want to laugh your ass off and get really insightful. One of the smartest guys I know, talented, but the dude's absolutely brilliant. Check out the show, the Hard Rock Lunchbox with DJ Perlman, tomorrow right here at 99 WNRR, not the YouTube. You have to listen to the station, but go and check it out. It's a great show. It plays great music, mostly around the 90s era. And it's great stuff to listen to. And of course, DJ Dex at 5:30 tomorrow night. He is live from the West Coast. So in conclusion, my bro, anything else so we can wrap it up and we'll get to next week?
Yeah, when you have some free time and you're searching the web, don't forget, look for Thin Lizzy, Thunder and Lightning.
Look for Thin. And Joel will be posting. We're going to post our vinyls on our vinyl listens for the weeks on Saturday. And going forward, you're going to see our song of the week posted and our food of the week and yada, yada, yada coming up on Mondays. But we will catch up with that. You'll see a couple more posts on our social media. Website's being worked on. You'll get that too, which means you'll be able to see this live on the website, as well as past, as you can do on our YouTube page as well, 99 WNRR, but this will be WTF centric. So we want to keep it there. We're going to add a lot more different style content than we would do at 99 WNRR. I want to thank everybody at the station, Jackie and Scott, for doing such a great job and picking up the baby, as we said, and, taking her forward. So again, thank you guys. For Joe, I'm Mike. Guys, we'll catch you next week on the WTF. Joe, thanks a lot again, buddy.
Hey, thank you. Thank you, everyone. We'll catch you again.
Peace.